this video, we're going to cover how to add custom calculations to custom child objects. So in another video, we created a bill of material that was part of the part object and listed off the quantity required of each individual part to make a finished good. And so in this example, what we're going to do is add a custom field, custom calculation, to figure out the total quantity required to make whatever we're making. So the total quantity required for each individual component to make all of our finished goods. So to do that, we go to the object section. And again, you need the enterprise package to access custom calculations and custom objects. So if we hit custom fields, here we'll see we have our custom fields already that contain the part number and the quantity per. So now what we want to add is a quantity required field. And this one is going to be a calculation. And the screen changes a little bit when we do the calculation. So what we do now is we're going to pick our fields to do the math. So I hit add field and we see our field picker here. And we can search for quantity. And we'll notice that the bill of material is a child of part. So quantity per. And then we want to multiply. So we use the star by our work order quantity required. So quantity required here. Okay, we can validate our formula to make sure it looks good. It does, and hit save. Another interesting one would be how much, that's the total quantity required, but what's the quantity remaining? We can add that as well as a numeric. Sorry, it's not a numeric, it's a calculation. We're going to add the field again, quantity per from part, quantity per times from our work order quantity remaining. Okay, and hit save. Okay, so those two are there. Now, something interesting to know, because we're multiplying times the work order, the only time these fields are going to show up is if we have a work order active. So for example, even though they're defined on this bill of material object, which is part of the part, we won't see it when we look at the part itself, right? So we're just going to see the part number and the quantity per. We're not seeing the quantity remaining. And that's because there's no work order when we're looking at this. However, if we go over and look at one of our machines that is running work order, like this one, so we have job number 32223, it's based on a date here, and we hit details, we will see our math. So we need 2 buns for every burger we make, and we can see the quantity required here is 3,000. So we need 6,000 burger buns. We need 3,000 pieces of cheese, and it's a double cheeseburger, so we need 6,000 patties. So let's hit cancel there. Let me add some quantities here. So I'm just going to hit quantity a bunch of times. All right, we got to 10. So now if we go look at our details on the work order, we will see that we have a quantity remaining of 5,980 here because we're consuming, 2 buns every time we make one, 2,990 pieces of cheese, and 5,980 burger patties left to go. You could also do quantity consumed too, so we could add that as part of the custom calculation as well.